What's up, world? It's your boss, International Zoe. I'm here in Pattaya, Thailand. We're in Jomtien Beach. I hope you hear the waves in the background. I'm here with Rose, and Rose has, I guess, a somewhat unique story and background. I thought she was definitely interesting for me to interview and to share her story because it's unexpected. So she appears just on the surface as a beautiful, beautiful sister, a voluptuous, beautiful sister, but there's more to this than meets the eye. Okay? So, Rose, where are you from?
I'm from Russia.
I know y'all weren't expecting that. We're starting off with the boom.
Yeah.
So, you're from Russia.
Yes.
Say a few things in Russian.
Всем привет, обожаю здороваться со всеми, да, я из России, это правда, вот такое вот бывает.
Okay, you want to share what you might have said?
Yeah, I said hello for all, that's so true that I'm a Russian person, yeah, black Russians, I exist.
Okay, so one of your parents is black or African, particularly from Africa?
Yes, yes.
Okay, and which one?
My father from Africa, from Congo, Brazzaville, and my mother, she is a white woman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So how did they meet?
They met each other in Kiev, in Ukraine,
Okay.
when my mother studied in university, and my father studied in university as well. But my father studied in Moscow, and my mother studied in Kiev. But my father came to the France exams in Kiev, and saw my mommy, and just fall in love immediately.
It's a little bit like the Obama story.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Barack Obama from America.
Oh,
Their
wow.
parents, I believe, met in college.
Wow.
And something similar.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Maybe I will be next president of the United States.
Yeah.
I don't know.
gotta be American, though.
Yeah.
So, how was it like? What part of Russia did you grow up in?
Moscow.
In Moscow. That's
Yes.
the capital?
Yes, that's the
Okay.
capital.
How was it for you being a mixed girl growing up in Moscow?
Yeah. Being black person in Russia, it's something unexpected. I mean, for not for all people. I mean, a lot of times people saw me, and it was for their first time they experienced to see the person with another color skin. That's why I get a lot of attention during all my life. I think even right now, if I will go to Russia to visit my family, I will still get a lot of attention. But maybe when I'm grown up right now, I have a lot of attention not only because of my skin color, but also because,
Yeah, you're full-figured now.
Yes, some course. No, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, some course.
Yeah. So, how was it with your mom's side of the family and your dad's side of the family? Did you get a chance to be with both sides of the family, or just your mom's side?
I was grown up in a white family because when I was 2 months baby, my father left me and my mom, and he had a new family in Congo. And only 1 year after, he sent a letter to my mother where he told that he will not come back, and he have a new family, new wife, and new daughter.
Wow.
And my mom was shocked, and it was not easy to get divorced with person who are out of
Out
country.
of the country, right?
Yes. But she did it, sure. And when I was 2 years old, she met my white father. We in our home don't call him stepfather.
Right, of course.
Yeah, because until 6 years old, I didn't know that this white father is not my biological father.
Right.
Just nobody told me.
Yeah, when you're that young, you don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, and when I was 6 years old, I came after school to home, And my mommy tell me, Rose, I want to tell you something. And I'm like, what she can tell me? That cartoon will be at the evening in the TV show. Yeah, I understand it.
Right.
But yeah, and she told me, this father is not your biological father. And I'm like, wow.
Right.
And she continue, I will show you photo of your biological father. And she showed me picture of a totally black man.
Right.
I was surprised. I was shocked.
You didn't know that you was black? You
I
didn't realize you was different?
I didn't realize that I'm
Wow.
different, that I'm
'Cause
not
you're
same.
a baby.
Yes, until 6 years old, I had no idea that I'm not same as all other children.
But the other children, they didn't make you seem
They
like you were
asked me,
different?
why you looking different? But I said, I don't know. I had both white parents. I have no idea why I'm looking different.
Wow, that's so interesting.
Yes.
That's very interesting.
Yes.
That's very. So, do you feel like how long did it take for you to become comfortable with that? Because maybe it was a shock in the beginning.
I think until I grown up and until I start conversation with my biological father. When I was, I think, 21, I start to be interested in relationship with men and women.
Right.
And I realized that I cannot be success in it, and I start thinking why it's not working. And then I realized that in psychology, you should first have a good conversation, good relationship with your father, because it is first man in your life,
Right.
and after that, all relationship will be kind of same things. And I asked my mother, gave me number,
Right.
phone to my father, and she gave me, and I called him, and he took the phone, and I thought, I didn't know that is it still his phone number, and my mother didn't know that yet. But yes, it was still his number.
Right.
Yeah, he took the phone, and he second thought that it is my mom. Called to
Right,
him, yeah,
right.
because we have similar voices.
Right.
And he started answering on Russian language. He still
No.
was remembering Russian language
Right.
at that moment. And I said, no, it's me, your daughter, it's Rosa. And he, oh wow, I'm so happy you call me. And he said, let's have a new relationship. Forget
Right.
about all old things.
Right.
Let's start to knowing each other as we never did it before. And I'm like,
Right.
okay,
And
I'm in.
How old were you when that happened?
21.
Oh yeah, so
Yes.
you were definitely old enough, mature enough, and
Yes.
even though it was a long time, but that was good. So, do you think that, like, I guess, answered a lot of questions for you and healed a lot of, like, I guess,
Yeah, it was truly important.
right?
Yes, and we had we start conversation, and we start conversation every day. We had calling, talking about all things. I asked him all questions which I wanna ask about how to be black person.
Very interesting.
Because no one in my family
Right.
knows the answer. And it's so funny that you ask me how it was growing up in a white country,
Right.
but how it was growing up in a white family. I mean, I have brothers.
Yeah.
He is smaller than me. We have 8-year difference, and he is blonde, white hair,
Yeah.
blue eyes,
Right.
and my father, who grown up me, have blue eyes,
Right.
white hair. And being one black person
Right.
in your family, in your home, in a flat, where do you live? It's
Yeah.
kind of strange.
Very unique.
Yes.
Very unique.
Yes.
Do you feel your uniqueness? Did you use it to your advantage, being unique?
What's mean advantage? Sorry.
Advantage is like use it for the betterment of yourself. Like, I have a friend, right? She's Thai, and she has a child that's half black and half Thai. But she says, like, every time she goes into the city or somewhere with her son, everybody wants to touch him. They want to touch his hair. They want to touch his cheeks because he looks unique.
Yes.
He looks different. He looks different
Yes.
from the other children.
Yes.
Did you experience that growing up
Sure,
too?
sure, sure,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah.
I experienced not only that. In Russia, maybe people not so touchable because I know that in a more south country, I mean, as in Asia or somewhere else, people more like, oh, I won't touch. In Russia, you know, people more cold heart. That's
Yes.
why they're not so touchable.
Right, right.
They always want to ask. I
Right.
mean, they just love to talk. They
Right.
love to ask something curious question which they are interested in. But they forget that every person which I met in my life interested in the same questions like, wow, why are you looking so that? Wow, why you speak Russian? Wow, where your father from, etc.
Right.
And I mean, for example, if before that, when I was a teenager, I will go to the market. Each salesman, each saleswoman
Right.
will ask me same questions. I
Right.
will go to the butchery, will answer on the same questions. Then we'll go to the another grocery, will ask to the same question. In one day, I can ask in the same questions 10 times.
So did you get tired of it, or was
Yes,
it?
when I was teenager, I was
Sick of it.
yes, I was so tired of it. It was make me mad, you know. But when I grown up, I realized that people truly interested in it.
Yeah.
Because for example, now in my parents' house, no, it's not house, it's a big house where many flats.
Right.
One family have same girl, mixed girl.
Right.
And for example, even me, I'm a mixed girl as well.
Right,
But
right.
when I see another mixed girl, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
That's why I understand why people staring. They're
Yeah,
just
yeah.
curious.
Yeah, they're very curious.
Yes.
And once you black, you stand out almost everywhere in the world. Maybe not in Africa, but maybe not the continent of Africa, but almost everywhere else you go,
Yeah.
you could stand out.
Yeah.
What did
true.
you do in Russia? What did you do in school? What did you pursue growing up there?
You mean?
Did you study? Did you go to
Oh
college?
yes, I understand. Yes,
What
sure.
particular
Yeah,
thing?
I was truly into the books. I think that science 11, I start to read books a lot, and I was very good in school in English, in literature, in Russian language, and I get competition during 1 year about literature, Russian
Right.
language during different schools.
Right.
And I was always going from my school.
Representing your school.
Yes. It's funny. Black
You have the
person
black girl
representing
representing
the
you.
Russian language. But you know, Pushkin, he is part black as well, but he is a creator of Russian literature language. It's officially, he is the best in Russian literature history. And we learn it in every school, in every graduated classes.
Right.
Yes, and he is part black.
Putin.
Pushkin, Alexander Pushkin. He is a
Is he-
poet.
Oh, poet. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not familiar, but thank you.
You can make a research, or maybe you.
I'll show him somewhere in the video.
Yes.
No writer is more dear to the Russians than this man. He was a grandson of an African man, but also a playboy, a brat, arrogant man who spoke better French than Russian. To make his French connection even more interesting, he was killed by a Frenchman in a duel. Most importantly, this man invented a new literary Russian language that was more precise, clearer, and simpler, which made him the poet of the Russian people. The Tsar left him, so did the Soviet leaders like Lenin and Stalin, and Tchaikovsky, the greatest Russian composer, wrote an opera based on his work. Alexander Pushkin is considered the father of Russian literature, the Shakespeare of Russia, whose poetry captured the spirit of Russia.
So, I'm thinking Putin.
No.
Because I'm not familiar with a lot of the names or the pronunciations.
Okay. Alexander Pushkin.
Pushkin. Okay,
Yes.
but Putin, right? He recently said he had all these artifacts that the black people was the original Christians or something like that. Did he put that out not too long ago?
Oh, sorry, what?
One of the Russian, I think it was Putin, he put out, like, he said they had proof that black people were like the first people and the original people of the Bible.
Yes, it's I think not Putin said. I think it's a history said.
No, but he did as well and publicly said that.
Ah.
So it was hot, newsworthy for a little while,
Oh,
and which is interesting, you know. So, but we know that,
Yes.
but the rest of the world is denial,
we know that as well.
Right, but-
Even in Russia, we know
Okay.
that as well.
okay. So, what led you to come to Thailand, and how long have you been here?
Yeah. I just don't like cold weather. That's the reason. No, thank you. I just don't like cold weather. That's the reason why I prefer live in hot countries, not in Russia, because it's too cold. For me, was too cold during all my life. That's why when I grown up and start traveling, I traveled, I think, 24 countries. In this year, I plan making it 25, finally. Gross.
Yes.
Yeah, I was in 24 countries and I choose Thailand as my home.
So when did you start traveling around the world?
I think I started traveling when I was 21, yeah, something
21.
like that. Yes,
And what are your favorite countries so far?
Thailand, Bali, Holland,
Oh, okay.
yes, Netherlands.
Do you speak other languages? So you speak English, you speak Russian?
Yes,
and-
I speak French, je
French.
parle français. Because my relatives from father side, who are more close to the age to my father, they not speak English. That's why with them we conversate in a French language. And when I visited them, they live in Paris, in France. When I visited them in Paris, we speak with the younger generation in English language because they all know English very good, and speak with more older generation in a French language. Yeah.
How long have you been here in Thailand?
You know, I first when I came to Thailand, it was 2016.
2016.
Yes, it was my first travel
Visit.
to Thailand. I was visiting with my mother. We came for 2 weeks, and we just don't understand anything. How life is going here, we don't understand. Why people eat this strange-looking food, we don't understand.
Right.
Where to buy something, we don't understand. Where to swim, we don't understand. We was like, boom, shocked.
Right.
Understand nothing, shocked. A lot of interesting, beautiful things, but we
Right.
don't understand how to, make it work in our life.
Right.
Yeah, we had some culture shock and go back home.
Really? But,
but-
isn't there a large community of Russians here?
Let me.
Okay.
But next time I came here with friend, and my friend told me that you will enjoy Thailand for sure. And second time I just came here, I fall in love immediately with this earth, with this place, with Thailand. I think that after that I asked a lot of my Russian friends how was their experience about Thailand, and a lot of them came first time, understand nothing, came second time, fall in love with this place.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and after that, when I came second time, I understand that I don't want to go back.
Really?
And yes, I thinking about miss my flight, but then okay, I will go. I go, then I started thinking about how to make my life that I can live there.
Right.
And
Stay here.
yes, stay here, yes. And for example, I started with winter time here, like spending from October to May for skip the cold weather in Russia.
Right.
Cold weather in Russia is kind of 9 months, 8 months.
Yeah.
From end of September until end of May, it's cold in Russia.
Right.
Yeah, and I started spend winter time here, and then I just realized that
This is it.
after 2022, I just realized that I don't want to go.
Go back. Okay, let's just go back a little bit.
Yes, sure.
People have curiosities about Russia. I've never been to Russia. It's not high on my list, but I would like to go to Russia. I would like to go.
If you will go to Russia, better choose St. Petersburg than Moscow. You will love it much more.
Moscow,
St. Petersburg, not Moscow.
St. Petersburg. Okay.
Yes. If you
Yeah, I
will go
heard
to
that was
Russia,
good. That's
better
where I should go.
to St. Petersburg.
Why you say that? Why do you recommend that better?
Because if you will go to Moscow, you will feel nothing. You will just saw a lot of buildings, a lot of cars, a lot of business center, it's all. But if you will go to the St. Petersburg, you will feel the Russian culture, you will see the interesting architecture with a small two levels building, old architecture, you know, small streets, and all things are telling you the history of old times, and it's a lot of soul inside this city, inside St. Petersburg.
St. Petersburg.
Yes.
All right, thank you for
Yes.
that. And thank you for sharing that information with us.
Yes.
Okay, so you've been here now since 2022.
I think I was in Russia last time. I changed my passport for new one because old one was finished for the new stamp.
Right.
Places was finished. I think it was 20, 22. Yes.
So, okay.
But in this year, half of year, I lived in Bali, Indonesia.
Right.
Yeah.
So is it because of how long you can stay? Have you done something to be able to stay
Yeah. I
longer,
will.
or
Yes,
you
yes,
have to
yes.
leave and come back?
No. I was live in Indonesia because I was interested in how to live in Bali. Because
Right.
before that, I was only visited Bali as a tourist.
Right.
But I think you know it's very good that when you come somewhere as a tourist, it's one part of experience. When you
Yes.
come somewhere as a person who wanna stay long, who wanna live there, even half of year,
Yes.
it's another experience and it's another feelings, and
Yeah.
it's interesting, you know, to feel yourself in a new place.
You adjust and
Yeah.
you see how much you like it. If you want to return, you start seeing the things that are not so shiny anymore. You know, when you get there, everything is great, and that's the reason why you decided to stay 6 months. You stay a while, you find things to complain about, and you find things that it's
Yeah.
the unexpected.
But I still love Thailand much more than Bali.
yeah, I do. I would say I like Thailand more than Bali.
Yes, for sure, 100%.
What part of Thailand do you like the most? Or is there other parts of Thailand
Yeah.
you like as well?
Yes, I love other parts of Thailand as well. Look, I visited different interesting places in Thailand.
Right.
For example, I was Koh Koot, Koh Samet, Koh Samui, Koh Phangan. Sure, Bangkok. I love sometimes going to Bangkok for a few days, you know, have big city life experience, making shopping, living in a, you know, new
high
hotels.
rise, high rise building,
yeah. Asok area, my preference area. I
Okay.
really love it. But even after being in all these places in Thailand, I still live in Pattaya.
Pattaya.
But just if I won't go somewhere, I just go.
Right. Why do you like Pattaya so much?
Because it's give me freedom. Because, for example, I don't know how other people, but as for me, when I live in a small island, I feel stressed, you know. I feel stressed that, oh my God, it's sea everywhere.
Right.
I cannot do nothing, oh my God.
Right.
We will die here.
Right.
But when I live in a Materik, I don't know, Materik continent. When I live in a continent, Pattaya is a part of a continent,
Right.
I feel myself very confident, very good, very calm, because I know that airport is so close.
Right.
1 hour with half, I'm in airport, ready to fly out.
Yeah, it does. It's like a beach life, but it has a major city appeal.
Yes,
It does have that.
yes.
I understand that.
Yeah.
So how are you able to afford to stay here now?
Yes.
What do you do?
Yeah.
Are you a digital nomad? What do you do?
I do OnlyFans modeling.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So how did you get into that, and what? Okay, being that you're very voluptuous, do people come up to you with these type of opportunities that led you to do the OnlyFans? Like, how did that happen?
You know, when I was grown up, I always known that people will pay me for watch me.
To look at you?
Yes, I just always know that.
Okay. And how old were you when you started to like blossom, where you noticed people was like,
You know, I wasn't in a hurry. I mean, I was grown up. I was going to the university. Okay, I don't know how it's in English, but in Russia we name it режиссер театрализованных представлений и праздников. It means that I'm a creator of scenarios for events and for theater.
oh, okay.
Yes.
I understand.
Yes.
Like, what do you call it? Kind of like a curator of event curator, maybe.
Event creator, but also a theater creator.
Theater.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
because we study all things about like how to make a theater.
Right.
Even we was an actors. Even we was in dancers and singers. We study all these things.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yes, yes, yes. And I finished musical school. I play guitar. Yeah.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah. Thank
Well,
you.
you should have brought your guitar with you. So, like, what do you do on your OnlyFans? Is it just like a little bit of teasing, or is it like what do you do on your OnlyFans?
You know, I think first 5 or something like first 4 years. I mean, I'm on OnlyFans almost 8 years.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, I'm a dinosaur in it.
Not a dinosaur,
Yes.
but a veteran. We call a veteran.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Veteran, yeah.
Yes,
I'm
yeah.
OnlyFans veteran. Yeah, I mean, when I was started, I did only basti modeling. It's mean only topless.
Right.
But after 4 years making only topless content, I was a little bit boring or showing only my teeth. And
Right.
I wanted that people know that I exist under
Yeah.
my belly as well.
Yeah.
I wanted to have some attention
Right.
for other parts of my body.
Right.
And I start to put sometimes, you know, some unexpected booms content.
Right.
Boom.
Right.
But I was a little bit upset that people not reacted. Oh, we are waiting this all our life. They continue ask when will be the boob video.
Well, I think, and this happens with everybody, you build an audience on a specific thing, even if
Yeah.
that's not your intention. And then you realize that's your audience, you know, so, and then it's hard to convert them into other things.
Yeah, I know. Yes, that's so
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes I trying to make new things when I try to find my audience.
Right,
Yes,
right.
that's why I think right now at the moment I have some little bit mixed audience, but it's still more about boobs,
Right,
sure.
Right.
But I mean, you know, it's little bit not fair because I have huge ass as well.
Maybe you need another channel and you build an ass audience.
Yes, yes. I want to.
So, so how does that, like, do you see, like, how many members you have? Like, how many members do you have?
I
Or
will
does
not
it-
answer on that question,
That's
but
too
I mean,
much.
I have Twitter, and on Twitter I have 300,000 followers. And before that, I had Instagram, which had more than 300,000 followers. Then, because of Instagram guildiness, it get deleted. Sure. Then I built new page, and it was almost 300,000 followers. And then it get deleted again.
Why is it deleted? Because they feel you'd been too,
I wasn't too hot. Believe me,
Right.
I never did too hot things as I saw other girls did.
Right. Because some people be doing some real hot stuff on Instagram.
Yeah, but just some posts in a swimsuit and in normal swimsuit. No, you know, swimsuit as like this and
Right.
is like this. A real swimsuit, my size
Right.
swimsuit.
Right.
Yeah, they deleted and 3 times deleted. Boom, delete account.
Do you think that they, because you're a black woman, they more strict
No,
on
I
you?
don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think that a lot of Russians get troubles with being modeling on OnlyFans because I think we think with other Russian Basti model because we have a Russian Basti model community.
Oh.
We speak with each other all the time.
Right.
And we think that it is because in Russia we have some different parts who are not in the central Russia, and there are some parts where men think that women shouldn't showing their body
Right.
for everywhere and for everyone.
Right.
And you know, sometimes they make in group and attack models and report and then block. We think about that, but I'm glad that I don't make Instagram as my job right now, because when my last huge work account was blocked, it get me so much free time. Wow. I realized that I was busy not because of OnlyFans. I
Right.
was busy because of Instagram.
Right.
Instagram stories. And I have right now only my private account where I don't expect to conversate it in money or in
Right.
subscribers. I just enjoy.
Right.
If I want to post something and share it with my friends or with people who subscribe me, I do it. If I don't want, I don't do.
Right.
It's all really
Okay.
easy.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we skipped over that. How did you get into it?
One of my friend wanted to he's a gay and he wanted to have birthday in Berlin and thinking and he invited me as a guest.
Right.
Yeah, and we should go to Berlin to having his birthday, and then I think visit in Gay Pride, but it's have a special name, special day in the end of July in Berlin.
Okay.
Before going, I posted my pics in Instagram. It was small Instagram at that time, and put hashtag Kurvy Berlin. Curve Berlin, because
yeah.
I plan to go to Berlin.
Right.
Yeah, and I get DMs from a guy who told me that, whoa, you use hashtag Kurvy Berlin, are you in Berlin? And I answered, I will be in Berlin tomorrow. And he said, whoa, I'm Simon, I'm Kurvy Berlin, I'm making Kurvy Berlin calendar. I'm owner of Kurvy Berlin website.
Right.
And I will be happy to have you in my calendar because you are a new face, you have huge boobs, you should to be a model. And I'm
Right.
like, oh, okay, I'm ready for that. I'm here and I'm ready for that.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the start.
That was the start.
Yes, and when I was in Berlin and making a photo shoot for his calendar,
Right.
I'm a December.
That's when my birthday's December.
Oh. Okay.
Merry Christmas.
Am I? Happy birthday.
Okay.
Yeah, and when I was there, I get another DMS from XXL, Celian Varini. I think all people who love Basti content know
Right.
him well.
Right.
Yes, and he said, whoa, you're a new face, come to France. We will make a nice shooting. And yeah, we did. And after that, I start growing my Insta. And after that, I realized that, I think first half of year, I sell my content in DMS and Instagram. I didn't know that I can make OnlyFans and it
Right.
is easier.
Right.
I was like, people ask me how to buy pics and and send them package
Right,
with this kind of pics, this kind of widths, and they
Wow, I
choose
didn't
what
know
they...
there's such a big market for people who love. Don't get me wrong, I love breasts too, but I didn't know people like really that
Yes.
obsessed with it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely grabs your eyes.
Yeah.
There's some people in the media
Yeah.
right now in America with the sports analysts. It was a female, busty female, and they all in trouble right now. She's suing everybody. Shout out to Joy Taylor. Okay, well, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully, we could, you maybe send me some pictures. I can give people an idea
Yeah.
of,
Okay.
what you do, how
Okay.
you look. Maybe
Yeah.
give them a little more eye candy.
Okay.
And thank you. I appreciate it so much. I don't know if you're going to get in the water, but that's another story. Let's stay tuned.
Thank you too.
Thank you. All
It
right.
was a pure pleasure.
Okay, good.